After months of waiting, countdowns, posts, and way too much hype, I finally watched the Backrooms movie. But was it worth it, you might say? And the answer isn't as simple as yes or no. So in this video, I'm breaking it down into 9 parts. 1. The atmosphere. 2. Scariness. 3. Entities. 4. Story. 5. Mystery. 6. Backrooms feeling. 7. Deaths. 8. The ending. And finally, lore accuracy. For the atmosphere, I can say it was good. It really reproduced the feeling of being alone, the feeling that something is not right, and the feeling of being somewhere familiar yet unfamiliar at the same time. The empty spaces, the lighting, and the overall vibe made it feel like I was actually watching the Backrooms rather than just another horror movie. For scariness, I'd say the movie was more unsettling than terrifying. Instead of relying on constant jump scares, it focused on creating tension and making the viewer feel uneasy. There were moments where I genuinely felt nervous because I didn't know what was around the next corner. While it wasn't the scariest movie I've ever seen, it did a good job making the Backrooms feel threatening and unpredictable. For the entities, I think they were handled pretty well. What I liked is that they didn't completely take over the movie. While some entities were more memorable than others, I think they did a good job supporting the atmosphere and making the environment feel more dangerous. Especially in the Christmas tree scene. My favorite entity being Pirate, or Captain Clark, but I indeed expect bacteria to show up in the movie, as it was first seen in the original Kane Parsons Backrooms video. Final rating for entities. 8 out of 10. For the story, I can say it was good, and it felt just a little different, almost the same as the Backrooms book I read. Before I continue, I want to tell some information about the book. Maybe you might buy it. The book was easy and a bit confusing to follow, and more like Backrooms' explanation, where the main character no-clipped in level 0 by clipping through the fabric of reality. As I said, I don't really remember, but I think it was similar to the movie. It had a therapist the main character went to, and entities, but instead of still lifes, there were facelings. My personal reaction was that I liked it more than expected. The mood of the book was mysterious, and I definitely recommend it to Backrooms fans and those fascinated in mystery. For mystery, I think the movie did a good job keeping things unclear and interesting. It didn't explain everything directly, which actually made it feel more like the Backrooms, where you're not supposed to fully understand everything. For the Backrooms feeling, I can assure it was perfect. It felt like I was present in the movie, additionally in the Backrooms. I can say the deaths were alright. They weren't the scariest part of the movie for me, but I find them all interesting and fitting the movie atmosphere. The ending was cool, because for me it brings curiosity. I asked myself, did they kill Mary, a person that recently came out of the Backrooms? Final rating for the ending. 7 out of 10. Finally, lore accuracy. For lore accuracy, I think the movie stayed fairly close to the general idea of the Backrooms, but it also took its own direction in some parts. It still kept the main concept of endless, strange, liminal spaces and the feeling of being lost in a place that doesn't make sense, which is the core of the Backrooms. Final accuracy. 80 to 90%.